Hey everyone, this is Laura at Lymanjoy, and today I'm going to show you how to do a paycheck cash stuffing, as well as a no spend challenge update, a debt update, and I'm going to do a new savings challenge that anybody can do, starting with your change. Hey everyone, this is Laura at Lymanjoy, and I'm super excited to get into today's cash stuffing savings challenge and no debt update, no spend update. All of it is going to happen here today. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Laura from Lymanjoy. I'm a wife, a medical coder, and a mom of 6, and I'm on a journey to become debt-free and break those generational strongholds of debt so that they can live and give like they were meant to. So if you're interested and you love cash stuffing, saving money, wealth building, paying off debt, and motivation, then you're in the right place. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button so others can find this video a little more easily and find that inspiration and motivation along their journey. Every Friday and Saturday, I do a video that is like cash stuffing and savings challenge. And then on Mondays and Tuesdays, I often put out something that hopefully helps you save a little more money. So, all right, let's go and get into it and take a sip of this coffee here, because if you know me, well, I need coffee every moment of the day. Okay, that's just true. I got 6 kids. I need coffee all the time. Okay. All right. First, before we begin, we're going to see how much money we're working with, and then we're going to go ahead and get into the cash stuffing real quick. All right. So we have 20, 40. We got 280 in 20s. Okay. Let's see what we got for 10s. We have 10, 20, 30, 40. And for 5s, I have 5, 10, 55. All right, looks like 375, and that's exactly what I should have. Let me show you how I got that. I get asked, how do I make sure that I have enough money to do my cash stuffing? And I am going to explain that to you right now. When in the beginning of the month, I go ahead and I budget out the entire month. So I go ahead and I map out when my paychecks are going to be, big events that are going to be coming up. And then I go ahead and take all my bills and I map that out. Whatever's left over, I put into categories for my debt, for my cash envelopes, for my sinking funds and savings challenges, making sure all the projected amount of money is going to equal 0. Now, but that's only projected and life happens. So then I also go ahead and do a breakdown of my paychecks. This is my very first paycheck and a little extra money that we had on the side that I comboed, and I took all the bills that fell within this paycheck period, which means, okay, here's the first paycheck. Here's the second one, and anything that fell within those periods of time, because this is when I cash stuff next, I would combo these paychecks. I go ahead and I put right here. So all those bills that fell within that period of time are here, and then I already budgeted my monthly budget for cash envelopes. I just divide it by 3 because I do cash stuffing 3 times a month. So if you get paid twice a month, you're probably going to do cash stuffing twice. If you get paid once a month, then you're going to go ahead and do cash stuffing once. If you get paid 3 times, then you can do 3 like me, and so on and so forth. Okay, I get paid 5 times. I cash stuff 3, comboing a paycheck twice. That way it's a little more easy, and they're really paid close together, so that just pull that cash out 1 time instead of twice. All right, that was my very first cash stuffing. Now we're on to my second cash stuffing. And before I cash stuff, every time I make sure to go ahead and plan out, let's see here, plan out what is happening in the week so that I can wrap my brain around if I need any extra money for anything. So I know Monday I have a kiddo's doctor's visit. I know so I probably need a copay extra here. A little more. I also need a kiddo's doctor visit here. I have actually my birthdays on Tuesday. And then Thursday, I don't have anything. Friday, oh, my kiddo has a dance at school. And then Saturday, we have family Easter. We do it a little bit early. And then we do our own thing on Easter. And then Sunday, I have a serve Sunday. Okay. All right, plan out your week really quickly. Put things that are important to do. I need to go shopping for Easter. I need to keep on my no spend. And how do I do that with shopping for Easter? I have already taken and planned holiday funds. And so I will be taking money from my holiday funds, which is in my Wealthfront account right now, making money for me. I'll explain that more later. And I will use that money for all of my Easter stuff. So nothing will come out of my extra money anywhere. And that is it. All right, so I kind of know what's going on here this week. And then I went ahead and I took those second and third paycheck and I put anything that bills fell within that period of time right here. I've added that up. I've divided my cash envelopes in the beginning of the month by 3. I have that here. I also put my snowball HELOC that I have going on. I had a snowball going for years and I changed that over into a very low fixed interest HELOC. And now I'm paying, of course, that snowball is still growing, but I'm trying to pay even extra because all those minimum credit card payments are gone and it's all into one lump sum. And I don't suggest everybody doing this. You need to make sure it's right for you. I know Dave Ramsey would cringe if he knew that I did this, but for us, we have enough self-discipline not to use our HELOC. We've been doing this debt snowball for 3 years. The, heart and the mindset is ready to pay off that debt. And we thought we were strong enough not to overspend that HELOC and cause a problem. And it has been working really, really well. And so that is an extra $255 going to it, so a total of $455 to my HELOC. And then I have my sinking funds. And as you can see, when I was planning it out, I put extra in health because of those 2 kiddos' doctor's visit that I had in mind. And then my long-term sinking fund because I had a little bit extra left over. Let's make sure this actually gets to zero-based budget like it should. Starting out with that $2,400 paycheck, I take my bills. Okay, let's see here. $2,400 paycheck, going to minus these bills, which is $1,570. And that leaves $830. Now, when I created this, I made it so that you had a remaining, so you, as you're planning, you could think. Some of this I do in my head, but for others, I knew they needed it as they went. Like my daughters, they would need it as they were planning. So if you have 830 left, then you can kind of plan out as you go. All right, so now my cash envelopes are of $175, leaving $655 left after that. My debt snowball is $455. That leaves $200 left for $155. My sinking funds and savings challenges. Here's 100, leaving 100. Another 100, leaving 0. So that is going to be a zero-based budget. So making sure every single dollar has a home and is assigned to somewhere, that's what's really powerful. Now, what money do I go and pull from the bank? I planned this out. I went to the bank. I pulled this one right here. I pulled this amount here, and I pulled this amount here, right? I have allotted for the cash envelopes, the sinking funds, and the long term. All this rest of the money, this will be transferred to my HELOC immediately, the $455, so I can't overspend it. All of my bills are set up on auto pay, like bill pay through my bank or auto pay through the company that takes it. So none of these I have to go in and pay. Immediately, they'll all be taken out. And when I configure this and I go back into the bank, it's exactly how much money I saw that went in there and exactly how much money is going to be coming out. And I already took this, so that's not left anymore. So just, that's kind of the brain thought and how I think through it, okay? So now let's go ahead and cash stuff. What I like also about doing it this way is I know exactly now how much is going into each of these categories. And if you're new here, I go ahead and I put a little bit into each of these envelopes, and this actually will fill my cash envelopes. These ones are from my cash wallet. So what actually happens is I fill these a little bit every single time I do a cash stuffing. And then April 1st, I go ahead and get my wallet that I bring with me everywhere I go in my purse. And I take eating out and I fill it, and date night and I fill it. And I do that because one cash stuffing has $20 in eating out. But, you know, 3 has $60. And for my family, where I have 6 kiddos, so having enough to go out in the economy that we live today, I need a little bit more than $20. And it creates kind of that self-discipline of being able to save up for more, you know, maybe a little better dinner than fast food or something like that. So the very first month that I did this, I actually did a whole month where we didn't go out, and that way it created reserve so that I could have it going forward. So that's the way I do it. A lot of cash stuffers just, I think, fill it every single cash stuffing. You have to do it. Works for you. This is what works for me. All right, so eating out is going to be getting 20. And sometimes, if you're new to my channel, I usually do more like 90, but I'm in a no spend challenge, which means I'm trying to be the most frugal I possibly can in all these categories. Plus, I do not spend a cent out of what is budgeted here. So date night, I'm getting 5. So yeah, definitely been way more frugal, which has been fun. A little update on that. These are all no spend, so I don't have any money to go in here. It's going really well. I have my little board up where all my no spend stuff is. I'll put a picture here. My kiddos are marking it off. We've definitely been tempted along the way to spend money, but we're standing strong so that we can pay off this debt and put extra money towards it so that we can become free from the debt a lot faster. So it's been fun, quite an experience, but doing reverse grocery shopping has helped me tremendously to keep my food bill really low, hoping I have extra money left up over in that category as well to put even more money towards debt. Childcare is getting 150, got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40. Yeah, it's quite an experience. If you've never done it before, even try doing it for like a month to start off. It's very interesting to see, kind of analyze your spending habits. I'm not even a huge spender, but I have been caught over and over thinking, oh, we should go do this, or we should go do that, and we should go do this. And it's all money wise. And so shifting my mindset to, hey, let's go for a hike. Hey, let's go for a walk. Hey, let's go to the park, or let's go walk around, you know, and go sightseeing, or, you know, window shopping is way better than me dropping all this money doing stuff that costs money. It's very interesting lately. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 30, 230 in childcare. Yeah, it's just, I think you get used to kind of just spending the money and you don't even realize how much money you're allowing to go out on things that you could do for free. So, all right, pet care, we are skipping because we're washing him at home and grooming him at home to save that money on no spend. Registration, I'm going to do 25. And now I said before that I would explain some of these trackers. So when I have 200 here, I don't like to keep a ton of money at home. It's not safe. And your money is devaluing so fast as it just sits in a bank or just sits in your wallet. So I take it once it gets a few $100s and I take it over to Wealthfront, which is a good start in investment. I definitely don't think you should end there, but it's a good start. And it has a 5% growth right now rate, which is amazing. You think about the S&P 500 over its tracked, you know, decade, you're looking at a 10% increase, but it can have volatility. Whereas the high yield savings account, it can just sit there and make 5% is pretty good. All right. I have 20, 40, 45, 50. So I have 200 in my Wealthfront and then 50 here. So, and once this gets more, it'll go there too. And I love making money off of, like, for instance, I have my tax money in there. I have all these little categories in there so that I can have it more secure and have basically my bill money making money for me, which is really, really nice. Also, they have different categories. So I actually have the same categories. So like registration says registration. And you know, any of the ones are in there, they match. Okay, health is getting that 55. Like I talked about, we have all those appointments coming up. 10. So it's good to be prepared for that. And then birthdays are getting 5. This one's a big one in my Wealthfront because I have 6 kiddos, so I am saving all year long for birthdays, and that money just sitting there, I love that. 150. And if you're interested or need prop money like this, I will link these ones that I got from FWM Creations by Chris in the description below this video, okay? School is going to get 5, and it has 5 in there, so now we have 10. Those were just like, I forgot to send my kid with, you know, field trip money or something like that. Haircuts is going to get another 5. It should be, let's see here, 20, 40, 55. And again, I went a little lower on here and put more into health. And so that's what that whole planning beforehand is really important, so that you are putting, you know, maybe rearranging your amounts as, you know, necessity comes up. And clothing is 5. All right, that is the cash stuffing for my second and third paycheck right here. Now on to what I think is super fun is a penny challenge that I would like to show you. Okay, and then I've decided, I used to have this jar all full with change, and I started this year the same way. Last year, I just put all my change in here, filled it all up, cashed it out at the end of the year, and that is fun. But I wanted to, one, make sure this was actually even more money. I think we got to like $80 last year, and it was only about half full. And two, I kind of wanted to challenge myself to have a only silver money right here, and then like a, let me dump all my change out. I got all this change going. Hang on. All right. And I was thinking a penny jar. So these are my options that I'm thinking right now, where I take the money and I'm going to put it into separate things. And why am I going to do that? Okay. I was thinking about a penny challenge, and I don't know if any of you have done it, where you take 1 penny a day, adding a penny to it each day, and you can make $667.95 in a year. So let me explain that again. Ready? You could take 1 penny the first day, right? 1 penny the first day and save that. All right, we're going to save that. The next day you'll take 2 pennies and you'll save that. The third day you're going to take 3 pennies and save that. So on and so forth for 365 days. Okay. I love this theory, thinking about my pennies could turn into $667 and some change. But I'm not quite disciplined enough to check the check boxes on here. Now, if you are that checkbox kind of person where you want to save the amount and check it, I will put this free download that I found on Saver and Savvy in the description below, so you can do that because it's adorable. But I'm not that, I don't have that much time. So for me, I'm just going to do a penny jar, put as many pennies as I possibly can into the penny jar. And then I'm going to put all my silver into this one. So let me separate it real quick. Okay, so that probably won't be that significant, but I'm really going to try hard. And I even told my kids, like, let's fill the jar with pennies. Let's fill the jar with silver. And so hopefully we're not, you know, spending it, but saving it for, see how much we have at the end of the year, because I think that's fun. All right, so there's the penny ones. Let me go ahead and put these silver ones in and see how much we have already. All right, what do we got? $4.80 already, which I think makes a huge difference because it's all, you know, silver, more valued coins. So I'm excited to do that. Anybody could do that. Grab a jar, throw your stuff in there. If you're a tracker, track that off for motivation. If you're not a tracker, maybe grab something like this so it tracks for you. But I think being intentional with your change and your dollars and your money is really important. As you know, all my dollars go into a dollar jar, all my pennies now go into a penny jar, and all my silvers go into a silver jar. So I feel like when you have a plan, you're more successful and you're more disciplined to save because you want to meet a goal. And I will be sharing with you all through the year how I do with that. Okay, I got money left over from my cash stuffing. I intentionally try to always have a little bit left over because my long-term savings will suffer if I don't. So what are my long-term savings? All right, I have things like holidays and sports and college. And so let me think about which one do I feel like needs that little extra money. Now I just had, like, it was hit hard. My car maintenance was hit hard. My house and my emergency fund was hit hard. But I have a second emergency fund already built up, so I don't feel as emergent with that one. You know what I think I'll do is maybe a little bit in a few. Let me go ahead and pull out my savings challenge book here. And let's go to, yeah, let's do one on these sports here because the kiddos will restart sports up soon. And I want to make sure to have enough. And let's just color one of them. Okay, let's go ahead and color this one right here. All right, perfect. Let's do 20 and we'll round up to 5. So I don't usually do ones. And so now we have 65 going into the sports. I think next I'm going to go for Easter because Easter is coming up so soon. I want to try my hardest to finish it before Easter comes. So, where is it? Let's go over here. All right, and my small eggs are 10, my mediums are 20, and my large are 30. And what do we have? We have 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75. So let's go ahead and do as many as we can here. I'm going to start coloring it in and we'll see if we can use all that up. All right. All right, so that is it. So I did a large egg, a medium egg for 20, a large egg for 30, and a small egg for 10. So we're going to put all of that into my holiday fund. So it'll pay for Easter stuff and food and all of that. That's fantastic. And then hopefully next cash stuffing, it will go ahead and finish. All right. Last, I have about, what here we got going on? We have about 15 left. Let's see what we can do. I'm thinking I should start my spring challenge. This is a $100 challenge. And I go ahead and I put things like spring into my, I'll get to it, my extra debt. Because I'm always looking at different ways to motivate myself to pay extra debt. Right? It's so easy. It was easy for me to always get unmotivated when I just took the money and transferred it. I always find an excuse to use it or get tired after a few months. Doing savings challenges like this is so helpful for me not to get in that kind of a rut. So let's go ahead and do, we have $15. So let's do a butterfly and a sun. And that way we can use up that $15. All right, that is it for the savings challenge. $15 going to extra debt, which is fantastic. Find ways to pay that debt off, guys. Whatever motivates you, that's what you need to do. 20, 30, 35, and 40. There we are on our way. So that is it for a cash stuffing. Figure out how to save those pennies and that change. I'm telling you, it adds up. And then at the end of the year, you can help yourself by paying off, for Christmas, staying out of debt, or paying extra debt so you can really go into the following year really, really well. I hope that you found some inspiration and some motivation to do your cash stuffing. Stay on your budget. If you have any questions ever, please don't hesitate to ask. Put it in the comments below. As always, please find joy in your journey. I'll see you next time.